for all. Defeat all that stand before us.
Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sniper's Journey. And today I want to talk about camping in general. Now I know there's a lot of people, they hate campers, and I mean really hate campers with a passion. They see a guy camping, they get killed by him, and he goes back, or she goes back where the camper was and tries to kill the camper, and the camper kills him again. Anyways, and then they probably send him a message, you camper noob or whatever. And honestly, if that happens to you, if you get killed by the camper, like let's say 2-3 times because you kept going back where he was, whose fault is that? Now I know that happens, that happened to me a lot of times. I kept going back where the camper was, and then he kept killing me. It's like, what the? Because sometimes campers, not a lot of them are dumb. You kill them. I mean, they kill you at one spot, and then they move to another different spot, and then when you come back, you think they're in the same spot, and then they kill you, and then like the second or third try, you come back and you think they're in that spot, then like another spot, and they kill you. That pissed me off.
Enemy spy plane incoming.
I was, that pissed me off. That pissed me, like, that. And I got thinking, like, wait a minute, why am I going back there? Every time that happens to me, like, I get that, the revenge mode, like, I want to get revenge on that camper or whatever. And then it just hit me, like, what am I doing? He's like, exactly. I'm pretty sure you had that moment, like, what am I doing? Why am I going back where the camper is? He's just gonna kill me again. And then let's just say you do kill that camper. That's like one of those feelings, like, yes, I got you, you fucking camper. That. Now, there's ways, that camping is necessity, that crap. I don't really blame them for campers. Now, there are a number of ways, that camping is acceptable. Now, one of them is what I'm doing right now, sniping, because that's what snipers do. They camp it. They wait for their targets, and they try to take them out. Now, what I'm doing in this video is, for me, that tower is the holy grail of camping. See what I'm doing? Look, I'm putting the spike camera right there, not next to the ladder, because then people will see it, they'll destroy it, and then I'm pretty much fucked. Like, I got a blind spot. Now with that camera, I know who's coming up. Now this is free for all, so everyone gets free for all. And I can see them, whoever's coming back and not here. This is the holy grail of camping right here. Now you're gonna see some great camping with style of me, sniping, because again, that's what snipers do. They camp it. So next time you get all butthurt and everything, all you get all mad, oh, you freaking camper, look what you do. Well, that's what snipers do. Boom, they camp it. Now, there are other acceptable ways of besides being a sniper and camping it right there, is when you're playing team-based objectives. Now let's say you're playing capture the flag. Now it's kind of important if 1 or 2 people stay back and camp it where your flag is at. That way you gotta protect your flag, and like another 2 or 4 people go get the enemy's flag. So that's why a lot of people lose their matches when they're playing capture the flag, because their flags are being unprotected. So it's vital. So if you got at least one person, camping in the back, protecting the flag. And that's what I pretty much do. I camp it in the back, protect my flag. Now, boom, that's a nice shot. And then another way it's been acceptable is when you're protecting your your freaking package or whatever the hell that shit is. Let's say you're playing demolition, and you or like what's it called? Or yeah, search and destroy or sabotage, those type of games. Now, like, you know, if you're like camping around there to protect your base, that's fine. You know, you're playing defense. You know, you just can't be running around over there like, you know, blah blah blah, leaving your target A or B, like, you know, defenseless and non-protected. You know, sometimes camping is, you know, you gotta do it. Now, like, let me see if anyone's coming back. Oh, anyways, now let's say you're playing like free for all or like team deathmatch. You know, there are gonna be some campers, maybe not a lot of them, but you know, there's gonna be campers, and that's really fine, I guess. But you know, just make sure you don't go back. If he kills you, don't go back where he was, because chances are you might kill him, but then he might kill you, or he or she might kill you. Now, anyways, this. Oh, nice one. Now, what I don't like about when people camp is when you're playing team objective bases and they stay in the back away from the target. Now, let's say you're playing you're not playing defense, you're being in the attack mode, and let's say you gotta destroy target A and B, and then you realize you're the only one that's, you know, trying to play the objective, and then you see like 3 or 4 people on the back camping it, like just wait, camping it like that. Now that's pretty stupid, I guess. You know, so you gotta like hopefully like stop, you know, play the objective. You know, a lot of people just can't when they're playing like demolition or what's it called, search and destroy. You know, a lot of people just camping right there. Even if they're playing on an attack mode, they're waiting for their opponents. Now that's what I hate. You know, that's what, you know, really ticks me off when you're playing like team of base objectives, like demolition, sabotage, and then you're the only one that's trying to, you know, plant the bomb, and then the rest will stay in the back. And then when you plant the bomb, you successfully plant the bomb, you're the only one that's defending it. Everyone else still stays in the back. That really pisses me off. It's like, what the fuck? We're never gonna win if I'm the only one, or you, whatever, whoever's like defending, is the only one defending the fact, and the rest of your old teammates are camping in the back. Nah, that's really like, what the fuck? That's the only problem I have with campers. Even if your teammates stay in the back, and then you're the only one that's trying to play the objective, you know, planting the bomb or whatever. Like a search and destroy. You plant the bomb, and everyone's over. Let's say you plant the bomb in A. Everyone goes to B, and they stay there for like a minute, and that's a long time. Now, you know, I'm pretty sure you have that moment too. Like you plant the bomb, and then where the fuck's everyone at? Hey, come over here, hurry up! And then you get killed, and then that guy's defusing it. By the time your teammates get there, plant defuse, bomb defuse, plant defuse. Look at that. He's at my spot. What the hell, man? Anyways. Alright, let me talk a little bit about this video. I decided to use this video because mainly I camp it right here. Right here, yep. Right here. This is like the holy grail right here. And it's nice too because this is a good spot for if you're playing domination, because you have B covered and you have A covered. And this is a very good spot to play. Anyways. So that's it. That's all I have to say about camping. You know, when you're playing team-based objectives, and if you're on the attack mode, or yeah, you're in attack mode, don't camp it in the back. You know, go plan it. Stay near your base or whatever target objective. Stay near. Then you could camp it next to it, right there. Anyways. Well, that's pretty much it. Anyways, camping's fine, whatever. Just, you know, when they plant the bomb, go where the bomb's at, defend your bomb, whatever, so you know you can win. Cause you know, there's always gonna be campers, and chances are when you're playing with randoms, there's gonna be
Enemy
camping.
strike incoming.
Oh, the video's about to end, and I got killed. And I'm trying to get the last kill, but no, I failed. Anyways, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned to the channel with a bunch of shenanigans, and thanks for watching guys. Take care.